Today, we are talking about freelancing. Welcome to the channel. My name is Nicholas. I am a college industrial design major at the University of Oregon. I do a lot of industrial design videos. We are going to go over how I managed to get a few clients in the past 6 months using the Fiverr platform. One of my long-term goals is to have my own design agency, but Fiverr is a good place to start. And I'll share a few reasons why in a bit. How you can start your freelance career on Fiverr with no professional experience in college in 2021, all of that. So let's talk about that. I've only been trying this for 6 months, so I can't tell you how to grow your freelance career on Fiverr. I can only share my experiences and how I'm managing to get my first few clients. And it's not easy. The very first thing that you really need to understand, and this is more of a business concept, the concept of the value exchange. Now, what does that mean? It's the relationship between your skills as a freelancer and the client's end goals. You need to be able to use your technical skills to produce something of value to another client. So this video is about how to start freelancing. So there are a few steps that you need to take in order to get your first client or your first lead or your first message on Fiverr. So the first one is to set up a gig. You need to figure out what you're gonna sell. What do you do? If you're a graphic designer or are you an industrial designer, what do you do? And there's a lot that goes into this because initially I just thought that I could type industrial design on my gig and I would get messages. That is not how it works. Fiverr is an algorithm and there are hundreds of thousands of sellers trying to promote the same exact thing that you are. And they probably have more experience than you. So they're the ones that are gonna get the attention and they're the ones that are gonna get the clients. So how do you promote yourself to look better than them? You don't. You rank for a different keyword. In Fiverr, there is a lot of SEO, which is search engine optimization. This is incredibly important to figure out and fiddle with, especially in the beginning stages, because you can't show up in a pool of 100,000 other people. Especially if you have no experience and no orders, you're gonna show up at the last page and nobody is going to sift through 10 plus pages on the Fiverr website to find you. So what do you have to do to get on that first page? You have to title your gig something else. Instead of calling my gig industrial design, I now call it industrial design Kickstarter. I don't think I call it that specifically. It's still industrial design, but because I added that other keyword, if someone types in industrial design for Kickstarter project, I'm gonna show up for that. Kickstarter is one of the few words that I found that has less than 500 people. Okay, so once you have your gig title, you're gonna need a gig description. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think a whole lot of people read gig descriptions, but regardless, you need one. And if you're a native English speaker, you must have perfect grammar. I see so many gig descriptions that have choppy sentences, misspelled words, and sentences that don't really make a whole lot of sense. You don't want the client to have to read twice. You want it to be as concise as possible. You need to explain what your gig is about, what your services are about. And most importantly, in my opinion, you need to sound like you care. You need to sound like you're excited to work with different people, work on different projects. You need to be able to direct people to contact you if they have any questions, because they likely will. The most important thing that you must have on your Fiverr page is a gig video. It doesn't matter if you don't have a proper camera or proper lighting. You need to be able to show yourself. At the end of the day, clients are buying from people. You need to put yourself in front of a camera. A lot of people on Fiverr tend to have show reels. That's not the greatest thing to do. I think you should show yourself in front of a camera. All right, so setting up your gig was the first thing that, of course, you need to do. The second thing you need to do, unfortunately, is to wait. You need to wait. I waited for 4 months before I got my first Fiverr message. Until then, I was constantly updating my gig. I was making new videos. I was changing my SEO title to make sure that I was getting enough views to even get a few clicks. You need to make sure that you're editing, because I think Fiverr actually recognizes that you're online and you are active with your profile. So just wait, be patient. It takes a really long time. I got my first message in 4 months. I did not get a sale from that message. That was a lead and it did not work out. I got my first client 6 months. From the time I launched my Fiverr page, it took 6 months to get my first actual client. Very low paying client, by the way, but I got my first client. And then from there, it's been gradual growth. Now, I'm not very popular on Fiverr, but I have been getting leads, and it's fantastic because I'm always online. I'm always on the Fiverr platform, just waiting for people to come and see my gig. My advice to anyone starting on Fiverr, be patient. It's a waiting game. The third thing that you need to be able to do, assuming that you have one lead who has messaged you, you need to know how to communicate with these people. They're about to purchase your gig. That's work that you need to do. So you need to understand what it is they want from you. I have gotten so many messages from these people who are wanting me to do video editing, photo editing, and that's not what I do. So you have to understand what it is they want exactly. The very first message that I say is, "Hi, I'm so glad you reached out to me. I am interested in your project. Would you be able to tell me a little bit more about why you are looking to hire me as a designer?" Learn what their goals are. Why are they hiring you? Why are they looking for someone to do this thing for them? Why can't they do it themselves? Why are they paying you to do this for them? That's such an important question. You need to be polite. You need to be understanding, and you need to act excited. Have a genuine conversation. Be excited that they reached out to you. They didn't have to do that. I know that they are paying you money, but they didn't have to choose you. They thought that your presentation on your gig was attractive enough to give you a message. Say, "Hey, what's up? What do you do? Let's talk." So be excited. You also need to be transparent. Like I said, these people were contacting me to do things that I wasn't doing. So I had to say, "Look, I would love to help you, but editing photos is not my specialty, and I'm not as experienced as some of the other freelancers that you could find. So I would recommend instead searching for photo editing instead of product design or industrial design." So be transparent, because you might get in trouble if someone pays you to do something that you're not very experienced with. Then that might not be a very good thing, and you might get a bad review, and we all know how bad reviews can be. Assuming you understand what they need from you, you need to ask what their budget is. At the end of the day, they're paying you. You need to figure out how to price yourself. This is something that I am currently struggling with. You need to give them an idea of how much each of your projects are going to cost. And especially in the creative industry, the work that you do is objective. How many revisions are you going to give this person? Are you going to charge hourly? Are you going to charge per package? Are you going to charge project-based? Again, pricing yourself is something that I struggle with all the time, and I recommend a few channels on YouTube to learn about this. I recommend The Future, and I recommend Sam Does Design, Sam Gwilt. He's an incredible industrial designer on YouTube. If you're watching this video, I'm sure you have seen him around. Okay, so needless to say, starting freelance work on any platform online is hard work. You need to want this. If you're just trying to make $100 next week, this is not the thing for you. If you're passionate about industrial design and anything creative, then this might be for you. Let me know if you like this video. Leave a comment down below if you have any advice, not only for myself, but for anybody else who's watching. Thank you for watching. By the way, I hit 50 subscribers not long ago. I didn't start this YouTube channel to get a bunch of subscribers. I just like teaching people. I like giving advice. If you like these videos, watch some of the other ones because I think they're cool. That's it for today. I'll see you later.